guys, this is Lovely, your infidelity and confidence rebuilding coach. And I just wanted to give you this message, right? You don't have to ever worry about being ashamed of the things that you've gone through or holding on to that guilt because you feel like you should have done better, right? We all make mistakes. It's a part of life. We all fall down. We all don't meet our expectations. We all have moments of weakness. We all have like times where the will that we thought we should have had, we didn't have. And we get stuck in this blame game. We get stuck in this space where we think that because we didn't do it like such and such, or because our life isn't where this person's life is, because we haven't met this marker, because we don't look this way, because we had to take a different route to get to a certain place, that somehow we are less worthy of praise, love, being seen, being heard, having our own identity. And that none of those things are true, right? Because a lot of us are punishing ourselves for learning. A lot of us are punishing ourselves for not understanding the lesson. A lot of us are punishing ourselves for not even receiving instructions on the lessons, right? Because when we're talking about improving generations, it means that we are building on something that was there, or we are learning how to build something that wasn't there. And for a lot of us, it's just, if our parents didn't have the tools, we were not going to have the tools. Then we had to learn how to build those tools, right? And we were starting from scratch, right? We were starting from trying to find out where you collect the metal to now trying to figure out how to, melt down that metal, what tools you needed in order to shape that metal, and then what shape you were going to make that metal. How were you going to understand how strong that metal needed to be, how sharp that metal needed to be, right? Before we could even get to a place where we were shaping and building tools that we could use to help build something else. So when you're stuck in this shame, remember, shame comes from the outside. It comes from other people's expectations of who they think you should be. Versus guilt comes from yourself. What you wish, what you felt you lacked, what you think you should have done, right? Shame outside, guilt inside. But when you start realizing that a lot of the things that happen to us are because some of us weren't healed, somebody else wasn't healed. Maybe you guys met each other at the wrong time. Maybe you guys just weren't ever right for each other, but you kept trying to force something because you were going to make it work. And I gave up shame a long time ago because I really don't have time for other people's high expectations of me, especially when most people can't meet their own expectations. But the guilt side, I've learned how to work through a lot of that, right? Because when you realize that you're not perfect, it gives you a chance to let go of a lot of that guilt, because you aren't put here to just service other people. You weren't put here to be somebody's punching bag. You weren't put here to be somebody's servant. You weren't put here to live the life that somebody else wished they had the guts to live. And my motto is, if you not perfect and I'm not perfect, then we don't get to tell each other what to do. However, we can have conversations about how to build together. We can have conversations about how to build a better sense of community. We can build a better sense of connectiveness. We can build a better sense of understanding. We can build more compassion into our conversations. We can learn how to have empathy for each other when we lack that so much in our lives, because that dog eat dog world that we think we're supposed to be always stunting on somebody or stepping on somebody or whatever, we always, honey, they trying to live too. I had to learn, people who boast and brag and are always out there giving you all they got, they fighting for something, right? And you can turn that fight into a positive fight, because what we're fighting for is peace. We're fighting for the ability to have better communication styles. We're fighting for the ability to have confidence in ourselves. We're fighting for the ability to trust our own thoughts, feelings, desires, and wants. We're like fighting for peace and community. We're fighting for the ability to have empathy, grace, and patience with ourselves. And when you're fighting to heal like that, you're going to ruffle a few feathers. But most of those things are done in the quiet. Most of those things that we most of the ways that we learn how to heal are done in the quiet. Because when the you comes out, the healed you, you're not going to look the same. You're not going to feel the same. You're going to brag about things. You're going to boast about things, but your brag's going to feel different. Your boast's going to feel different. It's not going to be led by ego. And that loudness that's led by ego without gratitude is a very different conversation than when you have gratitude, peace, and understanding and calm within you. So let shame go. Let guilt go. Learn how to heal. Build on your communication skills. Build on your self-trust. Build on your confidence. Talk to yourself about self-esteem. Feed yourself, like overfeed yourself, positive conversations. It doesn't even always have to be affirmations. But if you hear yourself say, I'm so stupid, follow that back up with, no, I'm not. I'm not stupid. I know how to do this. I need to learn how to be better at blah, blah, blah. I'm going to learn how to be better at it. Speak life into yourself. Speak life into the people that you love. Speak love into yourself. Speak love into the people that you love, right? Speak positive energy into yourself. Learn how to nurture yourself like you're a baby. And if you are a person, say, I don't like children, learn how to nurture yourself like you would an animal. Learn how to nurture yourself like you would your best friend. Learn how to nurture yourself like you wish you were nurtured. And then learn how to do that with other people, because all of us are out here fighting shame and guilt every day, right? And a lot of it comes from people who feel ashamed of the things that they never did because they felt guilty about the way they treated other people. And then they hid from the world, right? When if you treat the people that you see with kindness, when you treat people that you see with openness, when you are connected to the humanness of people, you start subtracting shame and guilt. You start putting down the whole need to blame somebody for something, because it doesn't help you grow. It's not helping you become the person that you wish to become. And we all deserve to become the people that we wish to become without the shame or guilt that's attached to it. So it hit me. And then I was like, let me do this video before I take my wig off, because y'all know my wigs and my bras, once I take them off, ain't no work getting done. Anyway, please remember, we're learning how to articulate our feelings, wants, needs, and desires so that we can better advocate for ourselves and the people that we love. I would appreciate you guys if you could like, share, and subscribe, because we're trying to grow this community, and it takes a village to keep one person sane. And I'm building a village, so y'all be good. Bye, guys.